I have an ebook, a literary criticism of Joyce Carol Oates, Obsessions and Exorcisms in the Work of Joyce Carol Oates. And that's on Amazon. Yeah. Now, one thing people have always asked about Joyce Carol Oates is, why is your writing so violent? And a cover story about her on a major magazine, can't remember if it was either Time or Newsweek, was The Violent World of Joyce Carol Oates. And she wrote an article about it in which she said the question was always insulting, always ignorant, and always sexist. A question that would never be asked of a serious male author. Now, that was a very good point. Did anyone ever ask Norman Mailer, why is your writing so violent? And his writing was probably had an equal amount of violence in it as that of Joyce Carol Oates. Did anyone ever wonder about Ernest Hemingway? Why was his writing so violent? F. Scott Fitzgerald? You know, when a male man writes, and there's violence in the writing, people don't wonder about it. It was specifically because Joyce Carol Oates was a woman writer that people wondered about it. And so that it was kind of sexist and demeaning that they didn't expect her to write about, the same things that a man would write about. And actually, if you look at Joyce Carol Oates' writings as a whole, there really isn't necessarily a fixation on violence. I mean, overall, it's probably less than 5% of her writing is devoted to violent acts. And very often the violence is not explicitly depicted. She's pointed that out herself. It's often, she often deals more with the aftermath than she does with the actual violent acts. But anyway, it is, it definitely is true that nobody ever asked Norman Mailer or any other male writer, why is your writing so violent? And it was often equally violent or more violent than that of Joyce Carol Oates. But apparently, female writers were not expected to write about the same things that male writers wrote about. But the thing is that as a human being, you're androgynous when you write. As an artist, you are androgynous. You can write about anything. You can write about the fullness of human experience. You're supposed to. Nothing is blocked to you as an artist. Okay, I just wanted to make that point.